Welcome to Australia's Crown Melbourne, where the world's top poker players have gathered to play in the Southern Hemisphere's premier poker tournament. FullTiltPoker.net presents the Aussie Millions. A record field of 780 began play on day one, but now more than two-thirds of the players are on the outside looking in. But there's still plenty of star power left at the Crown, including two of the game's toughest competitors who find themselves at the same table tonight.
Alan's a guy that always brings it. He gives the most consistent effort of all the pros out there, and that's why you see that success.
In live tournaments, I think he plays a little bit looser to try to utilize his reading ability on people. So I'm just going to watch out for him.
See who survives and who'll be sent to the rail. And who'll be one step closer to winning the Crystal Trophy and $1.65 million. FullTiltPoker.net presents the Aussie Millions. Welcome to the Crown Melbourne on the banks of the Yarra River, where 780 of the world's top poker players began this tournament. I'm Barry Tompkins, alongside noted poker author Michael Koenig. Day two action already underway.
No one runs as bad as I do.
Mataso doing what he does best, complaining and hanging on.
Eric Seidel, 8-time bracelet winner. He's healthy, 162,400 chips.
There's Andrew Black, the Irishman's making another strong run down under.
But they're all chasing this guy, Con Angelakis, 510,000 chips. Meanwhile, upstairs at our feature table, Eric Lindgren, a 2007 Aussie Millions $100,000 buy-in winner last year.
Next door to him, Keith Sexton, a stud specialist who made the top 25 last year at the Aussie Millions.
Alan Cunningham, he's got 5 bracelets, one of the best poker players in the world. Take a look at the chip count at our main table. Ramzi Jalasi, the big stack, 225,900. Eric Lindgren, over 100,000. But Alan Cunningham and Keith Sexton with some work to be done. The blinds, 1,000 to 2,000. The ante, 300. Action beginning with Ramzi Jalasi, the 21-year-old from Stockholm. 8-5. He'll fold. Williamson likewise folds. So too does Lindgren.
Lies.
Keith Sexton going to fold as well. Now Patrick Humerish, the German, with a queen 4. He'll get out of the way. Now Alan Cunningham looks at a king 6. Will call in a small blind. To Jean Gennady with a 5-3. He'll check the big blind. 2 to the flop. 8-7-3, 3 spades.
Gennady has caught bottom pair, but all those spades and overcards probably look scary to him, and a bet takes care of this for Alan Cunningham. Drags in our first pot of the night.
So Cunningham will take down 9,400.
Somebody better start talking. It's going to be a boring table. The trick is to wait till you come up with something funny.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Otherwise, you're just Mike the Mouth.
And speaking of Mike the Mouth, right now he is downstairs and involved in a hand with a 22-year-old student from Brisbane, Australia, Mitch Carl. Mitch has bet 25,000 on the flop. That would be enough to put Mataso all in.
25,000 more.
Mike has committed nearly half his stack to the pot already, but he'll get rid of it and live to fight another day. So Carl will win this, 75,200, and Mataso's stack is sunk to 24,200.
I suck.
Clearly, Mike has some work ahead of him to get back into this thing. Meanwhile, over on table 20, Tony G has just called the all-in of Michael Binger. Binger, who tied a World Series record by cashing 8 times this past year. He's in the lead, but Tony G has got a flush draw.
Binger all in with the best hand, but Tony G's pretty live here. Well, that King of Hearts on the turn gives Tony G a few more outs. A 10 would give him a straight.
On the river, it is a 5 of spades, and Binger's going to double up and stick around a little longer. Tony G's still in good shape with about 76,000. Binger, though, looking to make it deep here, just as he did when he finished third to Jamie Gold back in the 2006 World Series. Meanwhile, back at our feature table, action now on Patrick Humerish. Pocket deuces for Humerish. And he's going to call. Action folds to Tiffany Williamson, the 15th place finisher at the 05 World Series of Poker. Pocket sixes. She makes the call. And an ace-9 for Morgan. Got the Bear Bryant hat going.
Which you don't see that often from an Irishman.
No, exactly. Doesn't even know who Bear Bryant is. He makes the call, and so does Lindgren. Now Sexton, who will check.
So if you're watching at home, he meant to raise, and he didn't.
So now,
All right, go ahead.
Lindgren actually makes a good point. That would have been a cool spot for Sexton to push it all in.
Here's the flop. Jack 8-7 and 2 clubs.
Straight draws for Sexton and Morgan. Second pair for Eric Lindgren.
No one seems to want to bet as Action checks all the way around. The turn of 4 clubs.
That gives Eric Lindgren 2 pair. He's going to bet it. But that also gives Morgan the nut flush draw to go along with a gut shot straight draw.
Sexton folds. Now Humerich, he also folds. So does Williamson. Now you and Morgan.
Morgan is facing a bet of 7,000, and with 19,000 in the pot, he's getting decent odds. Not exactly the right price, but he makes the call. Remember, there's a lot of dead chips in there because of all the smooth callers before the flop. And there's the flush card.
10 of clubs on the river.
Morgan made the straight and the flush, actually, with that card.
Lindgren checked. Now Morgan just trying to figure out how he can get the most out of this. 15,000 to bet for Morgan.
Tough spot for Eric Lindgren. All Morgan needs is any stray club in his hand. He happens to have the nut flush. And Lindgren lets it go. Morgan rakes in 41,000 chips.
It's a pretty sick card. Did you have me on the turn?
I made a straight on the river.
He's telling the truth. Sort of.
Really?
Straight, flush, he made it all as Lindgren gets snake bit on the river. We'll see how he responds when we come back. Welcome back to the 2008 Aussie Millions from the Crown Melbourne, where one player will follow Gus Hansen as this year's champion. Here's where we stand. 136 players remain. Only the top 80 get paid. Our chip leader still, Con Angelakis, $546,000. I'm Barry Tompkins, along with Michael Koenig. And Michael, it may only be day 2, but our feature table tonight includes 2 of the bigger names in poker, Alan Cunningham and Eric Lindgren, and a very experienced group besides them at this table. The strategy have to change?
No, absolutely not. It's too early. These players have to play their cards, not their reputation. And nobody can get too wrapped up with big names and championship resumes because there are a lot of other players out there who are hoping to make big names for themselves.
Action continues at our main table. That's Ramzi Jalasi. He'll be the first to act. Looks at an 8-7. And is going to raise 5,000. Fold around now to Lindgren with a 9-10, and he